Hello and welcome to another edition of After the Whistle, Wednesday, February 21st. Month is flying by. Todd is back in effect.
Yeah, man.
We got a table full of items, table full of books.
Yeah, man, book, get it. It's on Amazon, available. Or holler at me via DM or just text me.
One of the two. You got, I had another social media spat over.
As you enjoy doing.
Over the. It was so fun, man. Listen, people. Listen, y'all need to leave me alone. Y'all really need to leave me alone when I say stuff. Like, come on, man. This individual decided to tell me I'm just a guy that sets up a camera. Then he wanted to tell me he knows more basketball than me. I never claimed I know more basketball than anybody. He claimed he comes in and he says I've watched more games than you filmed. And he talk about he's a coach, and I'm like, everybody's a coach now. Everybody's a coach. Yeah, I coached. I just sat there, but I consider myself like a coach. Like, and then I can't find your coaching credentials. We don't know your coaching credentials. Nobody knows your coaching credentials. We don't know what you've won. We don't know nothing. This should be public information. If you're a so-called coach, all this stuff, all your coaching credentials, we should know about it. Don't tell me you a coach or you coached and we don't know your information. That's one. Two, don't get on the internet talking about 16, 17-year-old kids. Like, there's talking trash about 16, 17-year-old kids, especially when you have no type of relationship with them. You don't know them. And you're lucky some of these kids want to run down on you, but there's people like us that talk to them. And we understand them. Like, we can talk trash to the kids because they know our trash talking comes from a place of good heart, good faith. And they see us, and they ask us questions. You folks on the internet that go around talking trash about these kids, they don't see y'all. Y'all don't offer them no help. Y'all don't do nothing but just get online and talk nonsense about them. And some of y'all can't even dribble with your left hand. Like, what are we doing here? Like, what are we doing here? And to that individual too, like, come on, do better, be better. And we don't know your credentials. Tell us your credentials. We want to know your coaching credentials. We want to know if you've ever won a state title. We want to know if you ever won a playoff game. We want to know if you even coached high school. You probably was on the sideline just holding the clipboard. That's it. And claim to be a coach. Because nowadays people do that. They just get on the staff and claim to be a coach, but they just sit there. They don't do nothing. They don't devise a game plan. They don't do nothing. But all of a sudden they know what they're talking about. Like, come on now. What are we doing here, people?
Well,
what are we doing here?
Everybody, this is all news to me. This is what I came into.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but yeah, man, we just gotta do better as people. And anybody can have their opinion, but there's a level of respect, I feel, when you're giving your opinion about people, especially people underage, well, anyone in general, but especially people underage. You gotta be a little selective with words you use when you're giving your opinion about teenagers.
Yeah.
And just in the tone that people use it also. I'm big on tone. I'm big on that. So,
I'm big on tone. And another thing, a lot of these kids, they see what y'all be saying about them too. They see it. So when they see y'all in public, they giving you that side eye because they know you trying to show them love, but you was just talking trash about them a couple hours ago on social media. So these kids aren't fools. They see what y'all be doing.
And I don't understand the whole, like, I'm not a big commenter anyways, but I don't understand you going out your way to talk down about a teenager on social media. What does that get out? What do you get out of that as an adult or human being? I get it. It's a culture that we live in, but we didn't grow up in that culture, so I don't understand why people dive into it.
Yeah, and the people way older than us who definitely didn't grow up in that.
And that's my point. If we didn't grow up in that culture, like and we were the beginning of it. I think in regards to, we had AIM and all that, so we were the beginning of it, but we're not even like that. So I just don't understand. Like,
yeah, me too. And I put this out on social media, and I have an issue with adults just talking about kids. I just have an issue with them, especially if I know the kids, like on a personal level. Like, I'll defend all the kids that play sports, and then I'll defend all of them, whatever school they go. But it's especially kids that I know personally and seeing what they going through, or how much work they put in to even get a chance to play varsity basketball. And then you got people that never put in as much work as these kids did, just ever in their life, just online, just writing and being tough. It's kind of like, I won't allow that. Like most of the times I'll ignore it, but sometimes I'm just like, all right, y'all gotta relax, because these kids, they see this, and some of this stuff could affect them. Most of it doesn't, but they'll DM me and they'll DM me. They DM me. Remember, trust me, people. The kids DM me about certain stuff. So y'all really gotta chill with that.
Oh, yeah, and just don't type as much
at all.
Keep some of your opinions to yourself. Or just be more respectful.
And if you can't make a left-handed layup, please don't even comment on anything about basketball. If we've never seen you make a left-handed layup, if we've never seen you play basketball, don't comment. Like, geez. Like some of these people carry themselves like they know stuff, or like they were these great players and stuff like that, and then it's kind of like there's no record of it or nothing like that. And that's the worst part. Like some people don't carry themselves like that. It was just like, I enjoy watching the game, so I'm not gonna carry myself like that. And some people be like, oh, I was this superior athlete or something like that.
The way I look at it, the ones that can't talk, and the ones that can watch. I don't come to the game to nitpick and critique and do all that. Some people like to pat themselves on the back because nobody else ever did. Yeah. So I laugh at that, but it's unfortunate. That's a big part of the culture in Lynn as well.
Yeah. And what's also the worst part is like, because when the dude said all I do is carry the camera, and I'm just laughing, and I'm just like, yo, the stuff the kids ask me about just the game or in general what I saw, like my opinion on the game or what they need to do better, it's hilarious, because I'm like, all right, you're saying this, but I give these kids more advice than you probably ever would in your life, and also like they see it.
Bro, I don't think. I mean, the work we've done with kids, like been on the field, doing workout, running stairs, being in the weight room, seeing kids on the court. I don't think a lot of people have done 1% of that work with these kids to even have the opinion, to be able to even speak at a certain light about these kids. And once again, we don't do it, so I don't understand why people are so hard on these kids, man. Yeah. They already live in a hot enough world where they kind of have to look over their shoulder based on every mistake they do in school and real life. Yeah. So like, we shouldn't. Not saying us, but like we as adults shouldn't make it any harder on their lives, just because they're already getting critiqued coming out the womb now.
Right. And then some of them, as soon as they step foot outside, they're getting critiqued, they're getting judged, they're getting looked at. So, people will get on social media and even amplify that. They are ridiculous. But I say that to say this, to all of my young hoopers out there, boys and girls, we love y'all over here. We'll always show y'all love. We will never hate on y'all, but, we'll definitely defend y'all from the people who hate on y'all. I'll do it all day, every day, because, that's just how I grew up. I had older guys that looked out for me. Yeah. I'm gonna do the same for y'all. And to that clown, kick rocks. You know what? Sorry, that was a whole nother segment. Sorry I took that forever, Pedro, but that had to be said. Let's get to the NBA All-Star Weekend, because man, what a waste of time this was. A waste of time and money.
Depending on what lens you look at it through, if it's actually a waste of time. If you're a fan and you just wanted to enjoy the weekend and you was able to be out there, it was a great time, obviously. They had events throughout Indiana. I mean, they had to have events throughout Indiana because there's nothing else to do in Indiana. So they had to have some type of compound or something.
So they go to strip clubs and end up in fights like the whole Pacers play.
and we were saying, like, as a young fan, it was probably exciting because, young fans, they don't really care about the overall aspect of the game. They just want to see their style get busy and whatever they're doing. But, for the true nostalgic, real basketball fan, parts of it was definitely a waste of time. There were some parts that kind of like kept it afloat, but there were some events that were definitely trying to sink it.
Yeah, like the Steph and Sabrina thing was cool.
That was cool. I feel like they're gonna play that out in the next 3 years.
Someone had a great idea though.
The 2-on-2.
Yeah.
But then what's it gonna be? A 3-on-3? Yeah, and then it's just like I'm fine with just those two doing it.
Yeah.
Just because Sabrina's proven. I get it. Caitlin Clark's nice, but Caitlin Clark ain't setting no record.
You know what I'm saying? And she's still in college. So.
Yeah, but like Sabrina's has been in the league for a few years, and she set a record to be able to even get on that stage. So I just feel like you got to pay your dues.
And also, I feel like the NBA is kind of doing the most now. I turned into the Rising Stars Challenge, right? Usually it's just rookies versus sophomore, but then they made it like a tournament bracket type with the target score and stuff like that.
You kind of have to.
I was like,
well, you don't have to, but I feel like there's so many players, especially the G League now, and then like the Ignite team that's like a separate entity. Yeah. So it's like that's its own farm team in regards to like getting high school players and stuff like that with the G League. So I just feel like interesting. They could do a better job with it. I don't think they need as many teams, but I just think they want to get everybody a good look. Yeah,
and some of those G League guys been in the league already for like a couple years too.
Bro, when I seen they had what was the Scal Lavissiere, is that his name, dude from Kentucky?
Yeah.
I'm 38.
He in his 30s.
I'm not knocking it, but you know. But once again, man, we said a few years ago, I don't know if it says on the show, but off camera, I said it. The D League has a certain level of entertainment, so I just feel like certain players are never going to make it to the NBA. They're never going to get pulled up because the D League still needs to keep its own fans intact in order to keep that afloat. Yeah. So that's the tricky part when that's kind of like the gift and the curse if you come out too early. Yeah, you're going to be a part of the league, but are you going to be the league affiliate or are you going to be prime time? Yeah. So. And you know, this is just maybe my random idea. Maybe just take some of those G League stuff and showcase that Friday or Saturday night during All-Star Weekend or something. If you want to showcase those G League stars. I always miss the Rising Stars Challenge because I always forget. It's like Saturday evening. It was started like 5.
Friday evening.
Oh my bad, Friday evening. It was like 4, 5, 6 o'clock. It kind of
somewhere
starts
around there.
I always forget. So like I would definitely. I prefer to see that during the weekend. I don't want to see it on my Friday night.
Yeah, for real. And then,
but people talking about the one-on-one king of the court thing, which I think is dope. I don't know if they would have it full court or half court, but then you still worry about injuries. So I'd like to see it more full court. Just because they get to move and groove, and you know what I mean. And I feel like maybe less injury in regards to like people getting their feet under you and stuff. Half court, that'll get a little rough. Right. Like,
and if there's some incentivized, like certain amount of money.
This bread up there, half court. Oh man, a fight might break out.
You see how they was going for $500,000? Yeah. For the in-season tournament.
Yeah. So I think full court one-on-one because they do that in preseason and training camp anyway, so like that would be a little more entertaining, I think.
I do like the stuff they did in the Olympics when they was having those one-on-ones, like one dribble make or like no dribbles and stuff like that.
Because they're skilled enough. You just got to make sure you pick the right plays, though. You don't want to pick plays that's going to waste your time out there because there's always a couple that don't take All-Star breaks serious. We said it before the show. The reason why I personally feel it's hard for the All-Stars to really take things seriously because it's called All-Star break. Human nature. Once you hear a break, you chilling. Right. No matter how intense things are, you're gonna relax a little bit. So I just feel like they might have to just change things a tad with that. Yeah. All-Stars don't get a break.
I think we reached a point where dunk contest, we just gotta you might have to nip that thing in the bud or get them YouTubers to start participating, start doing the dunk contest, because no star in the league want to do the dunk contest, and no real dunkers really want to do the dunk contest anymore. It's kind of like there's no incentive for them to do the dunk contest.
But like I don't know if the NBA is weird in regards to like they don't want people who aren't affiliated with the NBA even involved in NBA. You know what I mean? Events. Yeah. Or do they not want to be liable for these people who aren't affiliated with the NBA getting injured and stuff like that? Because I think they need to open the gates and just let guys who are certified dunkers, you know what I mean, get involved in slam dunk contests to make it interesting. Granted, you want actual basketball players to be in there because I'll be honest, dunkers is cool, but people don't really care about dunkers because you see them on the basketball court. Yeah. They don't really understand the game or know how to play that well. So I think they should open the gates to a certain extent, or if they're so scared about the affiliation issue, just have like the Dunk King have an event throughout the year. So when All-Star event comes, you can just kind of swing these guys in here. He's the Dunk King of this, or whatever season I had on TNT. After the playoffs, they can do that again to a certain extent, and just kind of I want to say pushed one of those champions or the champion, the runner-up, into the dunk contest with 2 pros or 3 pros. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like this dunk contest wasn't good, but geez, them judges, man. They gave that man did a 360 between the legs, and they ain't give him a 50.
Nah. And Jack McClung when he did the, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but that
Homeboy, that's when Homeboy gave him a 46. 46, I think.
Yeah,
was it 46?
It was 46 or 47, one of those.
Yeah, it was a 46, and I'm like, remember I said that, like, me and this man have a lot of conversations off camera, and I was just saying that was the first time that man probably been at All-Star game on camera since he won a dunk contest, because he was the first. And like, granted, if you give a guy a bad score, TNT should have did a better job at like making sure those scores didn't get out. Like if you give a guy a 46 and you see how the contest is going based on the dunk criteria and what guys are pulling out, pause, you gotta like, if guy been a 46, give him an automatic 47. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like some things TNT could have handled a lot better.
They could have handled their cameraman better. Jaylen Brown's first dunk, the people on TV didn't even get a chance to see it because nobody know what the camera person was doing. I had to see it on replay. I'm like, what? Oh, no, you had one job.
Oh man, the D Brown dunk.
It was his first dunk, that the windmill. They didn't catch it. You had to watch the replay.
I'll be honest, man.
Oh my gosh.
I get it. Like when you do competitions like that, you're not supposed to compare years and stuff like that. But some of the dunks they were doing, they should have got 40s for. Like the creativity, like you're doing in-game dunks at a dunk contest, knowing what's been shown in the past. Yeah. You know what I mean? Give me some form of creativity. That was my biggest issue.
All somebody got to do is a 720. Do 720. That'll get the crowd going.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's some dunks that they don't often do, or they might not always finish, but throw them things out there. Like I'd rather see that than just simple dunks in here and you know what I mean, arena boo at you during All-Star. Nobody should be booing anybody during All-Star weekend. Like that's supposed to be the Super Bowl of the NBA. You know what I mean?
Like, right. So and then the game, 211 points, like 100 points at halftime. And it literally was just like them doing like whatever warm-up shots they do or trick shots they be doing on their spare time. That's legit what it looked like. It was like
they made a lot of threes. They made a lot of shots. They made a lot. I mean, the game has definitely evolved. That they shoot that thing at a high clip, like ultra high clip, like ridiculously high clip. But you got it. Like knowing that your skill sets are that. You know what I mean? That great. Play some defense, bro. Right. You're gonna score anyways, but just make it look competitive.
Right. And usually, like the All-Star game is like the first 2.5 quarters. You know, they just messing around. Like late in the third quarter, that's when they start getting serious, and then fourth quarter, that's when they really start getting serious. Here, we had none of that. It was just like, I'm gonna let you take this shot. All right, I'm gonna let you take this shot.
Yeah, it was weird too. Like Halliburton started off, had a great start, and then they kind of like pulled him. I'm like, oh.
He was on minutes restriction as well. They had him on minutes restriction.
Now that makes sense. I just thought they wasn't trying to let the young boy get MVP. You know,
no. Because he said it. He said it the night before. He said he's gonna do what he can in his minutes restriction. Dame gets the MVP. Kudos to him. But somebody said if you shouldn't even want that MVP the way that game was going.
But I'll be honest, the way he was shooting that thing, like, he could want the MVP. He wasn't out there just shooting layups and dunks. That man was shooting all types of three ball. Like, man, get out
At that point, he should have shot it from the other free throw line the way he was going.
Bro, like you know, me, I think he's the second best shooter in the league personally. Like I always think Clay nice, but I always thought Clay was third just because of the volume that Dame shoots it at off the dribble. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just 1B. Yeah. Steps 1A.
Yeah, he should have shot it from the other free throw line.
But question: how many guys won MVP and 3-point champ?
Good question. I don't know. I think Kyrie did it one year.
Okay, I can see him. I can see him being capable. And obviously Steph, but Steph hasn't won.
I think he
lost the MVP.
I think he won one.
Who, Steph?
Yeah. Yeah, I think he won one. But yeah, I don't know how many. Maybe Larry Bird. Oh.
I don't know. Just a random thought. I haven't heard many people on TV speak on that, so I'm just curious.
Yeah. But with all that said, second half of the season is about to get underway. Starting tomorrow. But the Nets, they fired Jacques Vaughn, and I mean, the Nets just been running through coaches and players since they moved to Brooklyn, and it looks like they moved to Brooklyn was just a money move. It hasn't really culminated into anything. They had a hype time with Durant, Kyrie, and Harden, but besides that, it's kind of just been like. Y'all probably would have been better off staying in Jersey.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. You was talking, and they had that picture up there, and I was just looking at that man's beard, and I was just wondering to myself, can he feel his face? Like when you cause you got a full face of hair, full chin of hair.
Yeah.
Like when you when you dig your fingers in that forest down there. Pause. That sounds crazy. You can still feel your face, right?
Yeah.
Do you think he's capable?
He might be digging for him.
I think his beard was the distraction. That's why they got rid of him.
And they got blown out. And they got blown out by 50 their last game before All-Star break. And I think they've lost something like 100 and something games and won like 50 in the last 2 years. So.
He got fed up and let his beard do the work.
Hey man, that's that.
Now kudos.
That's that stress beard.
Yeah, kudos to Brian Vaughn. I'll be honest.
Jacques Vaughn.
Oh my bad, Jacques Vaughn.
Yeah.
Question: he's the one that played in Kansas, right?
Yes, sir.
He had like the longest streak without scoring as a starter.
Did he?
I remember weird stats, bro. He was on ESPN. I think he started for it was like a certain stint where he just didn't score.
Yeah, because he was on the team. Him, Rafael Friends, Paul Pierce. That was supposed to go to the final.
It was not a Celtics team, I don't think though. I thought it was the Nets. I think. Oh, a team definitely East Coast.
Oh, he did. He played for the Nets.
I think it was the Nets. He had the streak.
Remember Iverson made him fall? Iverson made him sit down?
Jesus, I wasn't trying to talk about all that, but nah.
I only said that because Cam said that's his only memory of Jacques Vaughn.
Well, apparently mine's a little better. It ain't that much better, but it's a little better. Damn.
Yeah, Iverson made him sit down.
My bad, Vaughn. You catch the strays, my bad. Yeah, but that's the only memory I really got of him too.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, that's two head coaching stints for him that just has not gone well, and it's kind of like circumstances that are out of his control that kind of led to it, and some of it was his own fault. But I mean, like some of the coaching wise of them not winning much was his fault as well. But there was a lot of extra stuff, with management and all that kind of.
Oh yeah, we know.
That kind of hindered him trading people. Even in Orlando, he got there. They traded Dwight. And he's like, all right, you're going to be the head coach now. And it's like, oh, okay.
You brought me here for what?
you just traded our best player away.
He only came there because of him.
And now y'all want me to rebuild? Like, come on, man. But hopefully somebody puts him on the staff. Seems like a good guy. People like him. But he just can't coach.
Seems chill.
Yeah. Maybe it takes a little while for ex-players to get that, fully understand that coaching gig or coaching life.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully it's correct. Maybe when they get a team to Vegas, he could coach out there.
Oh.
You lose there. John Yassar was at the casino.
Or some other place.
Let's go to Athlete's Corner. Yeah.
See that red light in the back.
Oh my gosh, we got Rowam, Merryman, and we got Maxwell Parrott.
My bad.
Talk some football.
Who's the other kid?
Maxwell Parrott.
Yeah, my bad, Maxwell.
Freshman.
Got excited for Row.
Check this out. We'll be back.
Row's my guy, man.
Oh, man. Hello and welcome to another edition of Athletes Corner. And today we got two special guests. We got Maxwell and we got Rowam from St. Mary's. Fellas, how's it going?
Going great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I know y'all, it's been a long time. So y'all get a little break because you got basketball and you guys are doing a whole bunch of stuff. We're going to talk about the 2023 season, man. First, when the season was over, just how long did it take you guys just to kind of like, sit back and just look back at the things that you guys were able to accomplish that season?
I mean, it didn't really take long. I mean, by the time like the every game, we understand that we had to show out what we had and show what we can do against good competition. But we all really once it was really over, we all really reflected on it, and it was all a learning experience for the younger side of our team.
Yeah.
And then it was like memories for the older side of our team.
Yeah, that definitely. For you, Roland, you got thrown into the starting lineup. Injuries happened, and then you got that up. You got your chance to show what you can do. When they did call your number up and told you that you was going to be starting certain positions, what was your mindset when you were finally able to showcase what you could do on the field?
My mindset was I'm gonna take it and run with it. We had unfortunate injuries, so I had to step up in a big role because our best linebacker at the time got hurt. So I had to fill in the best I could.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure to fill in for someone who's really productive like that. What did you do so you could just so you could be your own type of player and nobody's trying to compare you to a player that got injured? Like, what did you do to make it a point to let people know I'm not him, I'm me, and don't expect what he does from me, and just expect the same level of effort?
So it was like during practices I would do different stuff in different ways because he would be able to go from one side of the field to other, but I'm more of like a downhill guy. Mm-hmm. So it was like two different spots, but it was the same spot.
Wait, they had you at outside?
It was they would switch me back and forth
between outside and middle.
Yeah.
Which one were you more comfortable with? Was it?
I feel like it was more outside. Mm-hmm. Outside was like more comfortable for me to play.
Yeah, was it because of the pursuit that you had to do with?
The pursuit was like easier to get to.
Gotcha. Max, for you, man, first game of the season, you made the biggest play of the game that helped you guys win that game. I mean, first of all, walk me through that play. I've heard various stories of that play. I couldn't get a good vision of it. I just saw the ball come out. But walk me through that. What happened on that play?
Yeah, it was all blurred, but it was like I knew they were gonna try to get the ball to their best player more now, of course, and I knew once he got it, I had to be able to stick with him. I had to, and I stick to my foundation, things I was taught by my coaches, and my tips that Joel gave me, and I just wanted to make sure I hit him, and I hit him good. And I think I did that. I think I jarred it a little bit loose. It wasn't a fumble, but then my back leg, I think bumped it a little bit. Mm-hmm. But we'll take what we can get.
Hey man, he told me the same thing. When he was here, he told me literally that's what happened. He said when he was going down, it's like your foot just legit just knocked it out and it came out. So same story. That was kind of almost like your coming out party. That's when people really started paying attention to you as a player. I mean, as a freshman, your first game. Like how much relief did you get from winning the game, and then also from all the attention that you started to get?
It was actually really good. I loved it. It was just like a rush. It was, I'm here. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be a force to be reckoned with. Mm-hmm. And I knew that I can count on my teammates whenever I need them because they're coming too. They're coming with me. Yeah. And but I knew that if I just kept doing what I knew how to do, I knew I was gonna help us win, help us get to where we needed to be. Yeah. Even though that might have been a little rocky at sometimes, more than others, but I knew it was just gonna be great in the end.
Yeah, Ron. At what point in the season did you feel like you everything was clicking? Like you figured out the varsity game, you figured out like your niche and like how you could impact the game.
I would say it would be like the last couple of games when I started getting more like into offense and stuff. Mm-hmm. Everything else started to click because everything was making sense now.
Yeah. Well, they were using sparingly on offense before that point, correctly? Like play here, play there, right? Yeah. What did you take in from like Ernie and and Tyler and some of those guys that been in the system? Like, what pointers did you take that would help you better understand the offense?
They would always tell me to, once you get the ball, hit the hole as hard as you can. Hit the hole as hard as you can. Nobody's gonna be able to take you down. Like Ernie's fast. Once he gets outside, nobody's gonna be able to catch him. Same with Tyler. And they just hit the hole as hard as they can. And once they see opening, they go. Yeah.
You guys, there was a lot of switching. Early on in the season, the coaches were making a lot of adjustments, especially at the quarterback position, because Tyler started and Yanel, he got in there. When they did made Yanel permanent at the quarterback, what did that just do for you guys offensively? Because we know Tyler, he could do so many things offensively.
Mm-hmm. It just opened up a lot of new opportunities for us. It opened up a lot of new things we can try and see if they work and see what we can consistently do over and over again, what'll hurt the defense. And we found out that like Yaniel, he can do things better than maybe Tyler could, but Tyler can also do way better things than Yaniel could at a different position, and we could use that in a way where it could just ultimately just be better than it would.
Mm-hmm. How good did you guys know that you guys could be? Because there was a certain part where you guys lost a couple games, but then you guys started stringing together some wins. You started getting everybody back with the health-wise, but health was the biggest issue with the team that season. How disappointing was it that the guys couldn't be healthy the whole season? Because it felt like when you guys were getting healthy and you guys were about to make that run in the postseason, the injury bug came again.
Yeah, it was kind of like scary because we were happy that we were all getting our guys back, and then at the end of the season, like the last game, Tyler got hurt, and he's like one of the main players on offense, and then during the game he got hurt too, so we lost another big player.
Yeah.
So it was just like that was a wrecking ball to start with. And then Joel wasn't back that game either, or Ernie.
Yeah.
So we were left with a young team again. Like Joel was just coming back from his injury. Then he got hurt again, and then
it was just a wrecking ball of not great things that happened. But I mean, what I think that the younger kids that had to step up had to prove themselves. I think they did, and I think we worked. I think we put in as much effort as we could for the situation we were put in. But I think next year's going to be a great year.
Yeah, that's what I was going to get to. Having all those injuries forced a lot of guys. They had to play significant minutes and grow up quickly. How do you think that's going to shape you guys as you guys get ready for the 2024 season? Because you're losing some seniors, but there's a lot coming back that really talented players coming back. Just how excited are you guys for this wave of players that are going to make the impact for the program?
Well, we have a lot of dogs coming back. We have a lot of dogs coming in that weren't able to play last year due to injuries, not being able to sign up quickly. It's a bunch of things. But we know that with how young we were and how quickly we understood the game and we grew up, and with our coaches and our mentors that come back and help us, we're definitely going to be able to make a statement.
Yeah. Yeah. What's the most you gonna miss from the seniors? The seniors groups. What's one thing you guys gonna miss from the seniors that you guys had?
Their motivation. They would give us talks after every mistake we made. Like after we made a mistake, Joe would be on the field talking to us, coming off from the defensive side. It was just their motivation that kept us going. They kept teaching us stuff every time we mess up.
Yeah, and then also mostly like our chemistry. I personally think we had one of the best chemistries in the state. Everybody got along. Seniors were all over everybody. We were a family. They were our big brothers that we always looked up to. We can always trust. We can always count on. And we're just gonna miss them and how much they meant to us.
Yeah, well, I mean, with Joe being injured for the majority of the season, but how easy did he make you guys' jobs as far as just letting you guys know what's happening on the field, or letting you know what you can do to do better on certain plays? Just having him kind of like a coach, a player coach, while he was like healing and getting back.
It was really helpful, like having him like right there for you whenever you need him. And he was kind of like a voice in the back of your head that's like, do this, I promise you it'll work. And then it always worked. Mm-hmm. And that's how we were like able to like understand the defenses, because we haven't played with them yet, and he's played with them all 4 years. Mm-hmm. And so it was able to like really like dissect the game even more than we already could.
Yeah, bro. For you, you watching, you were on the 8th grade, you were on the team, but from you watching, and then when you get into 9th grade, your playing time is coming. You're learning a little bit more. How much did that help you from just being standby and watching those other guys in middle school, when you were in middle school?
I mean, it helped a lot because I got to see Dave Brown, Jack Marks, Nick Sacco, my brother. They were all out there working as hard as they could. They made it to the Super Bowl last year. It was a learning experience everywhere. Like, we did together. They had great chemistry together. Mm-hmm. They would have fun together. On the field at all times, they were having fun together.
What should we expect from this year, from the Sparks? Because there's already going to be expectations for you guys, high expectations for you guys, because they know all the players that are coming back. How are you guys going to be able to handle those expectations that's going to be placed on you guys?
Well, our coaches know what we can do and what everybody can do, and so they're gonna do some things that's gonna get us. It's gonna get us a good ride, good run. I personally think we're gonna make a great run in the playoffs.
Any players from that either didn't play that much on varsity or played sparingly on varsity, or that were on JV that you think that will have that chance at varsity that we should all look out for? Any players come to mind?
Jimmy Jennings.
Mm-hmm. Jimmy. I got a shot.
DeVell's gonna be playing a lot more too.
Yep. Definitely DeVell.
Jimmy Jennings, I heard his name a few times. What is it that he does that that got you guys excited to see what he does on the varsity level?
Quick.
He got that killer speed. He'll burn you. He'll get right by you.
Not scared to get hit either. He'll make the hit.
He's a receiver and DB?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So who we got returning in the defensive backfield? We got Tyler,
DeVell, Mikey.
Mike Morgan.
Mikey Morgan. Who else played?
Adrian. He's on the backfield.
Yes. Anybody else?
Nate Utone.
Nate, Jimmy.
So there's a solid group in that secondary that's going to be impactful. All right, man. Well, football season's a long way from now, but we excited for that. Basketball going well.
Yeah, so far.
Minus last night, but how's off season for you?
It's good. I just got cleared yesterday back from my injury.
Okay.
Yeah.
What you injured?
So I had a grade 2 ACL joint separation in my shoulder from the effort game.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
Damn. No surgery needed, right?
No, I just made the cut.
Wow. Cool. Yeah. Lucky. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. I don't know nothing about that. Tell the folks if they want to follow you guys. Tell them your Twitter, Instagram, or social medias. Plug all that in. That's your camera right there.
MTV.mp3 on Insta, and then M_parent3 on Twitter. Go follow.
At Rowam Merryman. I don't know. I don't go to Twitter. It's Rowan.Merryman on Instagram.
All right, as long as you have one of them. As long as you have one of them. Fellas, thank you for coming through. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Oh man, you guys been watching Athletes Corner. We are out of here. Yeah. All right, we are back. Let's get into some other news around sports. First up, I guess those 49ers had to make a fall guy, and it had to be the black guy. The defensive coordinator Steve Wilkes was relieved of his duties last week for whatever reason. Seems like they're making him the scapegoat for the Super Bowl loss, and if that's true, and it's like offense did have the ball late in the game. Offense did have the opportunity to milk the clock as much as they can and not give Mahomes the ball back. Offense had the chance to score a touchdown, to put the game away, and offense didn't do that. Defense played good enough to win that game.
And offense has been getting the brunt of that loss since they lost. Right? Yeah. So, as you said, they had to make a fall guy. And I'll be honest, I don't even remember who that guy was when you put that graphic up, because they barely showed him compared to the other coaches during the playoffs. When things are going well, you want to show everybody, but now things went south. Yeah,
and the 49ers have kind of been screwing him around, because first he was, as defensive coordinator, he was up in the box. Then all of a sudden they want him down on the field. And out of the blue, when they had like their little losing streak or whatever, they weren't playing well. Then they wanted him down on the field, and then this is kind of.
Now, what is the difference? Are you getting demoted when you get brought down to the field, or I don't understand the point of that?
Me either. It was just like I think I'd much rather him be upstairs, because he could see the defense, but he could see the offense better with the offense.
I don't understand. That I feel like that might be like a demotion type deal. Like
it was from what, since they released him, kind of like that was like the start of the demotion or the start of the plan to get him out of there. And I'm looking at the head coach. Like, come on, buddy.
My thing is too, like, why are people so quick to get rid of people when they reach somewhere that only 2 teams have reached? Yeah. Why don't you give it another go and see where it goes? And if it doesn't go where it went last year, which is the destination you want to be at the end of the season, then you make some changes. I don't understand. Like, I just don't get you just break it. Like, they do it all the time, though. Right. And it never works out the way it's supposed to work out.
And then also, your defense was top 10. It wasn't like it was a bottom of the barrel defense. The defense was the top 10. Was playing well in the Super Bowl. Jordan just happened to do Jordan stuff at the end of the game. You just got to shake that man's hand and be like, damn, you like that.
You lost to a certified Hall of Famer whose career just started. There aren't that many players that are in that realm. Right. So sometimes you just got to say, there's another team on the list. Right. But you just don't give. Once again, I always say stuff like that happens. There to be some other stuff. Yeah. You know what I mean? Behind closed doors. Yeah. That just sounds weird and dumb to me.
I mean, they should fire the head coach, Mr. Can't develop quarterbacks.
He's a second generation coach, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
Yep. Patriots, Matthew Slater officially announced his retirement the other day. I think it was yesterday, actually. Yesterday or Monday. Today's Wednesday, yeah. One of those days. He basically retired this week after a long stint. Another second generation player. His dad was in the league for a while.
That's dope.
And he's a guy everybody loves on that team. Everybody in the franchise, from management to teammates to coaches, nobody has nothing bad to say about him.
How many Super Bowls he got?
I believe he has 3 or 4.
Yeah, he got a couple. That's dope. Congrats to him, man, in a stellar career.
Yeah, definitely. And he was like he would be special teams All-Pro every year.
That's dope.
So he had a niche, and he walks out with not many. I don't think he got hurt that much. I don't think he ever got hurt. And I don't think he only on the field for a certain amount of time.
Well, get up while you can, man. And if your career as long as it lasts as latest, man, kudos to you, man. But shout out to him.
Yeah, definitely. Man, big upset last night. Creighton, the brakes off UConn. But I feel like we're reaching that point in the season. We've reached that point in the season where some teams are kind of getting ready for the tournament.
I feel like we reached that point in the season, and people are reaching. with this win, because I'm like, they top 15, they number 15 in the country, and they beat number 1. They storming the court. It's like, bro, you guys are top 25. Like, I get it, beating number 1 team is dope, anyways. But it's like, bro, y'all are on the same level.
Yeah.
You
And
know what I'm
also, it's Creighton. They feel like they don't get the respect they deserve as a
But
program.
they was smacking them all game. Like, them dudes got off the bus still asleep. UConn didn't show up to play. It was one of them days for UConn. Like, they ride. Who knows how long the bus ride was? You know what I mean? The plane. Like, who knows? Where is Creighton?
That's a good question. That's legit why
Delaware?
I was about to Omaha, Nebraska.
Oh, man. Oh my God, it's probably cold. I think they left the cold to the cold.
Cornfields.
Oh man,
There's nothing.
Well, yeah, they was probably they was still asleep.
Yeah, you know, my cousin went to Nebraska. He went to the University of Nebraska. Yeah.
And too though.
He told me ain't nothing to do there.
There was another good game last night too. That BYU game.
BYU's a funny program too, because you know them dudes be going on missions and coming back, and they be like,
They be grown men, grown ass men.
come back. I got married, got like 2-3 kids.
A whole bunch of Josh Oxtons. You don't know what that is. My freshman year, that was the point guy. He was 25 when he graduated. So like a whole bunch of grown men though.
That Mormon school, man.
But who they played last night? I just forgot who they played. BYU. They were cutting them up too.
That sound like BYU.
They played somebody right.
I'm looking that up right now.
Tennessee played last night. They won.
Baylor.
Yo.
They played Baylor.
I felt like with that game, you know, I don't know. I mean, obviously you don't know, you play college basketball, but like the scouting report, it probably said like they cut and do a lot of things, and Baylor didn't believe them. Cause bro, all them back doors they were getting cut with all the white boy cuts.
Oh,
like
man.
there weren't that many moves in that game at all. It was just straight Hoosier ball.
Not to do with this thing, but Missouri is 0-13 in SEC play.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, but they're like 8 and 18. Yeah, 8 and 18. Yeah.
You ain't win a conference game. Yikes.
Nah, it was messy last night. I watched that game.
Oh my gosh. But March Madness coming around, tournament. We got conference tournaments are coming up and all that good stuff. I applied for credentials for the ACC tournament. So let's see if they give it to me.
Hope you get it, man.
I hope so too, but they be hating on me. They
should give you 2.
Yeah, they be
just in case you need somebody to carry the tripod.
I remember I tried to get credentials for the Celtics, to cover the Celtics. And the person was like, well, you know, if we give you one, then we're going to have to start giving it to other small medias as well. And I was like, are they asking you?
Did you say that?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you did, because, you know, you got to be quick sometimes.
He's like, you know, we can't. I was like, man, this ain't. I was like, come on, man. If they would. Oh, yeah, I was just like, come on, man. Come on. They're not even asking you. They're not even thinking about asking you. I'm probably the first email you got from a community television station now.
Just keep doing it. Just keep doing it.
Oh, my gosh.
Just email again.
Oh, man.
First come, first serve. Tell them that.
Yeah. Legit. Boom. Pedro, what we got for boxing?
There it is right there. That'll be Edgar Berlanga against an unknown boxer, if you will. Padraig McCrory, something like that.
Yeah.
So that'll be this weekend. So there it is right there.
Is it?
168 pounds.
McCrory?
McCrory, that's definitely an Irish name.
That sounds kind of suspicious. That sounds like a movie we seen years ago.
McCrory.
Yeah, man.
You know how Matt comes through when it comes.
But Pedro, man, I don't know if you know, but this is sounding kind of suspicious, man. It sounds like the Great White Hype. When they brought that rock style, the Irish dude. little unknown boxer, like, what are we doing here, man? See that nigga play guitar. Like,
hopefully it's an entertaining fight.
I like Edgar Berlanga, so.
Yeah, I'm sure the world does, but who's this unknown guy we always talking about? They trying to pull a fast one on us?
Yeah. I guess so, man. So hopefully March will get better fights.
Yeah.
So.
Question, Pedro, y'all talk about that Tiafimo last week?
Yeah, we did.
We did. I thought that the...
Tell the truth.
I mean, he won in terms of like he was going forward. He got on his bike or how you call it? I mean, he was just running.
Yeah, that's what I honestly told him. I told people that Ortiz didn't bring the fight to him enough.
Yeah.
He had the fight. His strategy, he had the fight. He just didn't hit him enough. Didn't even make it competitive enough with his offensive skill. And Teofimo was still trying to attack, was crying about him not fighting, so it made it seem like made it look even worse for Ortiz, I feel like, in the whole running part.
Yeah, and all I said was, in boxing, if you're not the favorite, if you're not the champ, you can't leave it up to the judges.
Yeah, all Ortiz had to do was keep that pressure on. That's all he had to do.
Yeah.
But he was scared about getting really hit.
Yeah. Oh, well.
That's all I had, because I wasn't here last week.
Yeah. Man, we got time for our high school sports segment. There's another stuff. We'll talk about that when we get back. There's a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, a lot of stuff happening, man. For coaches, we got Paul Tanglis of North Andover, Hugh Coleman, Charlestown, Alvin from Early English after their win over Cambridge last Friday. Players, we got Kyle, Josh, Denzel. We got DeMonte from Charlestown. We got Joendi and Obi Luciano from... I'm sorry, it's not DeMonte. It's Jalen Williams. My bad. Jalen Williams from Charlestown. Joendi Rosario and Obi Luciano from Lawrence. Zach from North Andover. And Jillian Roberts from St. Mary's, who hit the game-winning shot last night against Oliver Ames. I don't know where that school Oliver Ames is, but that was a good game. And then we got highlights: North Andover versus Lawrence, Charlestown versus Catholic Memorial, and St. Mary's versus Oliver Ames highlights. Check that out. We're going to come back with the top 10 plays. Coach Al, man, the maturity of your team from the first game of the season to now to this point, where the way they closed out the game, down 62-57, that last 2 minutes of the game, your seniors really stepped up.
Yo, I love these guys, man. I put these guys through the ringer. Guys like Josh, like Mello, Kyle. I push these guys, and they never turn on me. And this is why. Mental toughness. You're down 5, down in the dumps. You went on a drought. You weren't scoring. And how do you find a way to win? And I love these guys, man.
Defensively, too, you guys made some adjustments. There were those three-pointers that they were hitting in the first half and part of the third quarter. They weren't hitting them no more. What did you guys do to get that out, to get them out that rhythm they had?
Honestly, we thought they got a lot of comfortable looks. Broken down assignments, credit to Cambridge. They knocked down a lot of shots. They knocked down a lot of threes today. And I told them, these types of games you want to be in, right? Where you just got to find a way to win. It's not going to be pretty. It may not be what's drawn up the way you expect it to be. But who finds a way to win? I told my seniors this is their last home game of the season here, right? Predicted how the power rankings are going. I told them, leave it all out there. And they did that tonight.
Quick turnaround. You got Malden Catholic tomorrow, Spartan Classic this weekend. But just talk about this playoff type environment, because this is what's coming ahead for them.
Yeah, I mean, like I told them, I'm like one game at a time. Good thing is these are high school kids. They have short-term memory, and hopefully tomorrow we're able to play against a very, very talented Malden Catholic team, and I know my guys will be ready for that challenge. The Spartan Classic and these next 2 games we got coming up are what's going to prep us to to hopefully make a run and a push in the state tournament. So you want games like this as a coach. I don't have any hair strands left for that, but I'm excited for my guys, man. I'm really proud of these guys.
My man, congratulations on the win. Appreciate it. Yep. All right, Coach. This is the third time we've met against the same opponent. Hard being a team 3 times. How did you like the fight from your guys after falling behind early in that first quarter and then getting back in the game?
Yeah, like you said, it's tough to play a team 3 times. I thought we came out defensively and played pretty well, kept them out of the paint, and I thought we rebounded the ball. Those 2 things were huge, and kind of limit those turnovers. I thought we did a good job. So, I thought the defensive effort was there. That's what we were talking about before the game, and obviously that was the difference, knocking down some shots. But I was really proud of the way we defended, the way we kept them off the glass.
Your guys found the 3-point line. They found their shot from the second quarter
quarter on, how did you like the looks they were getting from the offensive movement you guys were doing?
Yeah, you know, I mean, they go that zone. It's kind of tough to get in the gaps there, but I thought we swung the ball well. You know, when guys knock down shots, it makes things a little easier. You know, we're kind of hitting our stride from the outside right now, which obviously helps.
Yep. Now you guys await the state tournament. Just how excited? I was asking them how excited are you for this journey they're about to go on with the state tournament coming up, finding out where you guys are going to be seated and who you guys are going to be playing.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great time of year. You know, we're lucky to be in a tournament like this. We're lucky to play in a state tournament. It's a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun last year, so we're trying to savor every moment, every practice, and we're really looking forward to it.
Congratulations, and we'll see you in the tournament.
So I appreciate it. Appreciate it.
All right, Coach, your guys did it. Poise is one thing you said they needed.
Yes.
A couple of times when I seen them, how did you like the poise they possessed in that fourth quarter?
Listen, I'm intense, man. I don't even know what's going on half the time. I just know if I see something I don't like, I'm reacting to it. You know, I tell these guys I got high standards for them, and I ride them hard. And Big J and Little J, man, those two dudes right now, they're our leaders by example and vocally. But Big J's a quiet dude, but he got out there and he was very poised and he did what he needed to do. I don't even think I subbed him once, so he played every minute. So that was beautiful.
Contributions from a lot of guys. DeMonte got it going late in that fourth quarter.
Yes.
I mean, your other big got in there, got some boards, and got a timely basket as well. Just how key is that as you guys get ready for the Boston City League?
We need DeMonte. Tonight was DeMonte's night. You know, Jordani's a great shooter of ours. He didn't really get a chance to get his off, but, you know, we got to understand that's part of the process, right? Part of the process is it might be some other guy's night. And then Francis Nelson. I mean, we've been on Francis and Trey and our big guy Chinadu trying to really hold it down for us in the middle. And, you know, would have liked a lot more from them, but hey, we got to be patient. And, you know, it's a long season, but tonight was a great night for Francis Nelson, and I'm very proud. He got on those boards and gave us a nice putback and got fouled and went to the line, and it gave us the kind of life that we need. And those are game-winning plays.
Yeah, short turnaround for you guys. Back on the court Wednesday. Good luck in the Boston City League tournament.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. All right, man.
English just pulled it out. Kyle, big plays down the stretch. You guys was down 5. I mean, what did you guys do just to make that last run?
You know, the game plan was to take it to the basket, you know, and that's what we did. And we also crashed the rebound, and we got stops.
Yeah, definitely. Walk me through those last couple possessions. It was like back and forth, but just walk me through what you guys would do, talking defensively, because you guys needed them stops to win it.
Our game plan was to really slow them down. You know, and that's what we did. You know, we came back in the game and we got the win.
Yeah, Josh, you were in foul trouble early on. You had 4, but how were you able just to avoid getting that 5th one and, you know, keeping yourself in the game in those late crucial moments because they needed your sides down low? Just take the mic.
You just got to stay poised, man. Coach always tells us to stay poised. You know, sometimes we get our head down when we get down, but we just got to stay poised, and we always find ways to fight back in the games.
Yeah, I feel like this was the second type of game you guys played this season that came down to the wire. How you feel like you guys have matured from early on when you guys gave a couple away?
Early on in the season, you know, we gave a couple away because we just, like I said, we put our heads down, we didn't stay poised, and Coach Al had to start running more. And what we like to do is we like to run teams out the gym. We like to outrun teams. So like I said, we just stayed poised, we buckled down, and we got the win. And Kyle had a great game, and Kyle led us to this dub.
Denzel, man, you had some big shots too, but then seemed like you was focusing more on defense because they had a couple shooters. But talk to me about the defense you was playing in that second half.
Yeah, it's more so like trusting my teammates that they're going to get it done on offense and just buying in on defense. Because at the end of the day, you know, that's what we talk about in practice. We've been working on it all week, and I'm just trying to, you know, trust myself, trust my teammates more on the defensive side.
What can you say about your seniors? These two stepped up. Paul Will stepped up. Even Pierre had stepped up.
But my seniors been hooping. College coaches get at my seniors, bro. They really like that.
Yeah, they really like that. We back on the court tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go, my guys. Good work, man. Yeah. DeMonte, just walk me through it. Walk me through that game winner you just hit.
I mean, I don't know, man. I threw it up. I trusted myself. I swear to God. Before I shot it, I was like, yo, just give me the ball. I'm going to make it. I said that to myself, and I hit it.
Yeah, you guys were down 10. You guys were down 11. What did you guys do to get yourselves back in the game in that fourth quarter?
I mean,
I mean, we just had to lock in on defense. That's really it. That's really all we had to do. So our coach was just like, yo, we gotta work, and we're good.
Yeah, this felt like we're getting close to tournament time. This was a really good game, back and forth game. Another one coming up tomorrow. But how do you like the fight that your team showed? And also talk about Jordani making those big shots for you guys.
Yeah, man. I mean, Splash Bros, me and Jordani. But what's the last question? My fault.
Talk about how this game got you guys ready. This game, you guys prepared for the state. You got the cities coming up and then the state tournament. How you guys getting ready for that with this?
You know, practice. We just go through everything in practice. We work hard in practice. It starts at practice.
All right, my man. Good work out there.
Yep, thank you.
Fellas, you guys played a wild game against Andover a couple nights ago. Now this one, how are you guys able to pull this one off?
Just executing, to be honest. Literally just executing, playing together as a team. They were hitting very tough shots, but we stayed calm, composed, and we kept it going.
You both got it going early. Obi, you had it going early. What was working offensively for you?
You know, just staying in attack mode. You know, we kind of caught them lazy in the beginning. You know, they didn't come ready to play, but towards the end, you know, they came ready, and luckily I picked it up in the first half, and he had it in the second half, and we were able to put a whole game together and get the win.
Yeah, you guys been through a lot this season with injuries, guys in and out the lineup, but how good does it feel that you guys are really playing your best basketball as the state tournament is approaching?
It feels good, man. You know, we want to get it done. You know, that's our goal, to get as far as we can. You know, that was a team we lost to last year. They eliminated us, and it feels good being able to beat them and prove ourselves before the tournament.
I know. Since you've been back from injury, you've been really going after it. Just how excited are you for this run that you guys are about to go on?
I'm very excited. It's definitely been devastating that I was out for like 2-3 weeks, you know, and we got a lot of guys down, but definitely picking each other up and being there for each other is the best thing.
Round 3 with North Andover tomorrow, man. How excited are you guys? You got another chance to play them.
Very excited. I'm very excited for that. They definitely eliminated us twice, but we'll come back. We're coming back for that.
All right, congratulations, fellas.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, man, good luck. Fellas, third time. we meet again anytime you guys play them. Slow start. What kind of changed in that late in that first quarter that got you guys the momentum that you needed?
Yeah, I mean, we knew that, you know, beating a team 3 times is very possible. So, you know, we just had to lock it from the start, and, you know, we got off to a slow start. We knew they were going to come out firing. That's what they do. We just had to settle down. We had to stay together and just do what we do best. We don't need to change anything or anything like that. We had to do what we do and just do it to their level, and that's what we did tonight. I'm proud of these guys.
Definitely. Defensively, how are you guys able to slow them down, slow that fast pace they were going at? Because it seemed like it was a struggle for them to get some good shots.
So, yeah, we just pressured them early, you know, slowed them down up the court. So when they got down, it was like they didn't really have much offensive momentum going downhill, which they're really good at. We slowed them down, and that kind of just...
All right, it's almost tournament time. You got one tournament championship down. Now comes the bigger one coming up. Just how excited are you guys for this next aspect of the season that you guys are getting ready to embark?
Yeah, we're pumped. I mean, this is where the fun starts. You know, all the hard work that we put in throughout the entire season is going to come down to this moment. We got this tournament. We're happy, but, you know, we're not satisfied. We got 2 weeks to go get ready, and whoever comes into our gym, we're going to be ready to go. So this is best time of the year. We're going to be ready to go. It's going to be fun.
Fellas, enjoy vacation.
Yes, sir.
Enjoy your break, and we'll see you at the tournament.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Yep. Thank you.
Jalen, man, you guys set the tone early, built a big lead, held off many of their runs. How were you guys just able to get that big 11-point lead to start the game?
We came out, we decided that we were going to play harder than them. It's personal for us because preseason they had slapped us, so we had to come back. Coach is telling us this is a personal game to him too, so we played this for our coach. We played hard.
Yeah, and your guy Jordani and DeMonte, the shot wasn't falling early, but they kept at it. How did you like just how they kept going at it and kept shooting the ball, and then they made some timely threes down there late in that game for you guys to create separation?
Yeah, they've been really big for us this season. They've been our 2 best shooters on the team, shooting very high percentages. So if it's not falling first half, we know that it's falling the second half. So halftime came, we told them just trust your shot, keep shooting. That's all.
Yeah, you guys have high expectations. You got one tournament out the way. Now you got the Boston City League tournament. You guys are up again on Wednesday. Just how you feel like you guys are ready for that tournament and then state tournament coming up, just like this stretch that you guys got coming up.
I feel like we should definitely win both of them. I feel like this tournament right here gave us good momentum to go into the cities and the states. So I'm definitely confident about that.
All right, my man, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Jillian, all right, walk me through that last play.
What was going through my mind? Honestly, I was so nervous when I put that shot up, but I knew that I could clutch it for the team because I've been playing good defense, and my shots weren't falling, but at the end, I pulled it together.
It was such a back-and-forth game, especially that last minute. Like third quarter on, you guys go up 5, they make a run, cut it back. They go up, you guys make a run, cut it back. They hit that crazy 3. I mean, what was just that like? Because this is it's tournament's almost here, so we're getting a real close look at what tournament types of games are.
Yeah. Honestly, after that last 3, I feel like I went into the huddle, I pulled everybody back together. I was like, guys, we got this. Like, we're not losing this game. We've come so far in this tournament, and I feel like we really did a good job towards the end of the game.
You guys played in a lot of crazy games this year, a lot of games that came down just to the last couple seconds of the game. Won some, lost some, but how does these type of games get you prepared as you guys try to three-peat?
These games get us prepared to handle the pressure of a championship. Obviously, it's going to be a lot because there's a lot of good teams in this league, so we need to be ready for when they come out and they attack us because we're the ones they want to beat now.
Congratulations on the win.
Thank you so much.
10 plays from high school hoops. Check these out.
Time for high school hoops top 10 plays. Here we go. At number 10, we have a 2-for-1 at the Spartan Classic. First, Rocky Brea areas of Lynn Classical blocks Donnell Mutombo. Then Classical on the break, Deshaun Rucker goes, but JJ Martinez sends it out of bounds. At number 9, it's back to the Spartan Classic. This time, it's Oliver Ames, Cameron Durba, who hits the three-pointer right before the buzzer to go into the fourth, down 1. At number 9, it's Lynn English versus Cambridge. Senior Kyle Kamemba gets the ball at top, goes between his legs, spins, gets to the basket, is fouled, and 1. He gives the Bulldogs the lead for good. At number 7, once again, it's Oliver Ames versus St. Mary's, and this time it's Avery Gamble who knocks down the big shot to give Oliver Ames the 1-point lead. At number 6, we go to Everett, where junior Deshaun Coggins steals a pass, goes all the way to the lane and throws it down, and the Crimsons win over East Boston. At number 5 is Charlestown big man Jalen Williams-Crawford, who steals the Catholic Memorial pass and then flushes it on the other end. Charlestown would win it. At number 4, it's back to the Spartan Classic, where Dimitri Slime passes it to Jaden Lopez, who throws it down over the defender. At number 3, it's back to the Comcast Invitational. Catholic Memorial freshman Josiah Adamson puts Jalen Williams-Crawford on a poster. At number 2, this time it's St. Mary's sophomore Jillian Roberts, who shoots the shot with 2 seconds left to give the Spartans the win over Oliver Ames in the championship game of the Spartan Classic. At number 1 is Charlestown's DeMonte Van Hayningen, who at tied at 60 throws up the shot as time expires to give Charlestown the 63-60 win over Needham.
Oh man, and we are back. Lynn is in national news.
Something positive.
No.
Jesus.
No. I don't. You might have not seen it, but Kip Academy has been in the news. The girls basketball team been in the news. They were in the news because they have a player. They have a transgender player on the team.
Oh.
And been on. So I knew about it back in October because the coach had talked to me because I was talking to the coach and he was telling me how they're having trouble scheduling teams to play because the player they have. So then a video got leaked out of a game they had. So it was just the player just grabbing the rebound and stuff like that, but they saying the player injured the other player's team, so that other player forfeited at halftime because they were losing players and stuff like that, which I was like, yeah, I think they kind of forced it, but saying that certain player injured the other players' teams, because I've been to their games. The player's not that good.
Damn, bro.
I'm sorry. I'm just telling the truth. The player,
So it's not an advantage. Basically, trying to say
it's not an advantage. It's not an advantage. But they're saying because the player is 6 feet and all that, is tall and all that, so they have an advantage. And also the player plays 5 to 7 minutes from what I saw when I went.
My whole thing is, are they going about the right way with the locker room situation and all that? And
I honestly don't know.
That's what I'm more concerned about personally. I get it. The on-court thing, yeah, it's a situation that you got to handle, you got to figure out. But I'm more concerned about how they handle the off-the-court things because they still have to have camaraderie with the team. But that's. I get it, you transgender, but the young ladies shouldn't have to be exposed to certain things because you decide, you know what I mean?
And you would hope the school would have a gender-neutral bathroom.
Yeah,
for that.
Something like that. That's all, you know.
And also, I feel like the school didn't handle this situation the proper way.
I don't think most people really know how to handle the situation because most people panic with situations.
Yeah,
but it's just being relaxed.
Yeah.
Because you gotta get backlash regardless of what you do, but you gotta make sure you cover the masses. You cover most people because you can't satisfy everybody.
Yeah.
So.
And I feel like the backlash they're getting isn't a warrant to. The player's not that good. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean or anything or rude, but it's just there's no advantage that Kip has. They're not undefeated. They're not blowing teams out. They're in all the games.
But you already know, man. Once you open the door and you let one walk in and not saying anything, then you have to let everybody walk in.
Yeah.
So we had an issue with a man who's a grown man who decided he wanted to change his gender, but he wanted to be a swimmer as well. He wanted to smack around young ladies.
Yeah.
He was built like a professional wrestler.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, you know what I mean? That's the only issue people are going to try to bring up. Like, well, if you let one, it's like, no, there's got to be certain stipulations. So, like, that's the tricky thing. But life shouldn't be this tricky, man.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
And in that one, too, is like after you done competed with the males and failed, now you want to do this, right?
We live in a world where I don't get mad at people that find loopholes in certain situations, man. You know what I mean? Because I'm good at finding loopholes and things. So it's like, hey, if I can get away with certain things, cool. But like, this is the issue as a society we have to figure out. We have to be respectful. We got to just can't overreact about it, but we got to be honest about these things.
And also, people that got on social media and were just being very, very ridiculous with some of their comments towards the individual. And you know, listen, people, if you're gonna go online and make death threats because of somebody transitioning, you will be investigated for a hate crime if anything happens to said individual.
Now, question: a lot of those people, this is people from this area, this region. Because you know, like, we have a certain dialect and certain tone and way we talk to people in this region where I've been in other areas. That ain't gonna fly in most regions because they're allowed to open and carry in certain things. So it's like people know how to hold themselves to a certain standard. But in this region, bro, people talk crazy to each other.
Yeah, one person was like, one person legit wrote like people would die. Like if
the next question now to say, for what?
Right. Like, they literally wrote that, and I'm just like, listen, if any law enforcement, if something happens to that individual, you're probably the first person they're gonna look at. And there's no, and you can't get yourself out of it and be like, oh, I was just joking. No, you wrote that. And especially with the climate that we're in now, because I think last week there was a transgender person killed. And there've been like crimes with that, so it's kind of like you need to be careful of what you say
and
what you write.
Issue with that too, when people say freedom of speech. Yeah, freedom of speech was more acceptable when we were younger because the adults that were talking, they had an understanding of the English language, so they wouldn't use certain words that would put themselves in jeopardy or threaten anybody else. Yeah. So that's why the freedom of speech, you had freedom because there was a certain standard you held yourself to and you didn't say certain things. Right. Now the world's so watered down, people just say anything and say, oh, freedom of speech. Like, bro, you just try to tell them to commit a hate crime. Like, that ain't freedom of nothing. Yeah. Like, freedom of people to whoop your ass if you want that too. Right. And then you gotta press charges. But in all reality, all you do is watch your mouth and be it's all about being respectful. Yeah. You can voice your concerns, voice your opinions without being disrespectful and just straight up ridiculous.
And also, we also gotta remember, it's a kid. It's a kid. A high school kid. We also have to remember that it's a high school kid. So, any frustration you have, take it up with the administration that handled this situation absolutely poorly. Take it up with them. Like, leave the kid out there.
Nobody shouldn't be addressing her, right?
Yeah.
Shouldn't even be addressing her personally. Like, it's the whole situation. It's a situation that our country's dealing with. I don't even want to say it's a worldly thing because certain countries don't rock with certain things. So I would say our country is a certain situation that we just got to get to the bottom of and just have a certain understanding of things.
Yeah. But that's what we was in the news for that. We was in the news for that.
In the news?
Yeah, we was in the news for that. Man.
Out of all the things that we'll be doing, out of all the things Lynn's been responsible for in the history of the United States, and we on the news for that.
We on the news for
Nobody talked about the Fluff Factory being turned into something else. And,
I saw these social media pages and these. Oh man, Yeah.
Nobody talks about the history of our shoes. The guy from Germany came to Lynn.
Nah, man.
And I took a class in college on, folklore in North Shore. So I know a lot about Salem, a lot about Lynn, a lot about North Shore and the history of.
I know a lot about the year 1968 because I took a class called the year 1968. I only took it for to get these extra credits Turned out that was the most interesting class I took in my 4 years, in my 3 years at Salem State.
In the actual class, it was called Heritage and Folklore.
The Heritage and Folklore.
Heritage and Folklore.
Sounds like a class I'd pay attention to.
Actually, bro, it was all about the North Shore, so you kind of had no choice with the witch trials, everything.
Yeah, the class of 1968. I saw that teacher one time too. He was a cool teacher, but yeah. We'll talk more about that next week, that class. I'll tell you what, some of the stuff we watched in that class and talked about, man. Pedro, you know anything interesting that happened in the year 1968? There's two big ones, actually.
I think my uncle was born. I was 69, actually.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I gotta ask him.
Well, there was 2 assassinations that happened.
Oh.
Yeah.
Kennedy?
Well, that's one of them.
Okay.
Yeah. Kennedy, MLK. But what a way for us to end the show.
I know, right?
Actually, no, we're not gonna end the show like that. My brother's birthday is Friday, Tumba. Yeah, his birthday is Friday. My nephew's birthday's today. Happy birthday. Somebody else's birthday. But yeah, shout out my brother. Yeah, if y'all don't know my brother, Todd could tell you all about my brother.
Fun time. Fun time. You said Tumba, right?
Yeah.
Oh man. Out of the brothers, Tumba's the goofiest. So you want to have a fun time?
Yeah. You'll never be bored with him. So.
Teaches salsa too.
Oh yeah.
I haven't learned, but I'm just saying he does.
Yeah, he took a yeah. Well, y'all see the picture I'm gonna post on Friday about his salsa in the streets. That
fun time. Though.
Almost got somebody beat up.
All the goofy just came with Tumba. Mook didn't get much of that. That's
all man. Who else? Yeah, I said happy birthday to my nephew. Happy birthday to one of my guys, Aaron. I had him in class. I think he turned 17 today.
No, that's dope, man. I don't think I have any friends that were born in February. If I do, I apologize. We are still friends, though. Happy birthday if I miss it,
Yeah. My birthday's coming up. I'm trying to go see strippers, but
strippers.
Oh man, we gotta get out of here. We got some guests coming on for a segment. Yeah. Once again, thank you, Pedro. As always, make sure to go to lintv.org. We got some basketball games up on there that we're gonna be putting up. So make sure you go watch it. There's some good ones that we're gonna put up from this past weekend. So yeah, we're out of here.